All right, everybody, we are rolling through the Bourbon Expo single barrel selections, and right now I've got something that's really exciting because we've never done a selection of these before. This was done several months ago, obviously, but it just came in about a week ago and got a chance to try them proof down to 100 proof. So this is the Rossville Union set of 3 different single barrels, which are actually, so they're re-barreled, but they're actually blends of 3 different types of rye whiskey from MGP in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. There's the savory, the sweet, and the spice. So they make multiple different mash bills at MGP. They make a 51% rye whiskey. They make a rye whiskey that is 51% rye and 49% barley malt. So that's going to have this huge, like, biscuity flavor profile, almost like a perfect balance between rye and malt. And then they make their famous 95% rye, which is super spicy and delicious. And then the way they do these selections is they mingle them together in different percentages and rebarrel it, and that's what comes to us. So we've got the savory, the sweet, and the spice. So with the savory, this is a perfect balance of all 3 types of MGP ryes. So they're 51%, there's 2 51% ryes. The first 51% rye is 51% rye, 4% malted barley, and 45% corn. That's a much more traditional rye whiskey, similar to like the Beam or the Wild Turkey rye mash bill and flavor profile that you would be used to. And then their 49% is something that's really different. That's the 51% rye and 49% malted barley. So that's like a perfect balance between a Scotch profile, biscuity, malty, and the rye, the MGP rye. All right, so savory is a balance of all 3. You're definitely picking up some of that 95% rye note, but I get where the savory comes from because it's balanced out with this nice kind of earthy aroma as well. Let's try it. Okay, so on that one, you're getting butterscotch, vanilla. You get like a touch of like a marshmallow note as well. Vanilla cream, light caramel, a little bit of like a subtle orange spice to it. Again, nice and balanced, savory. It's Thanksgiving time, so it's perfect for that. All right, now we're gonna taste the sweet. And again, the sweet is heavy on the 51% rye, which is the traditional rye, with the 4% malted barley and the 45% corn. Sweet because it's got more corn in the mash. Okay. Oh man, I really like that. Citrus, vanilla, burnt orange, baking spice on the finish. Definitely got that leather oak note, mid palate into the finish as well. But a lot of vanilla, a lot of citrus, and it definitely does have a touch of sweetness over the savory. Okay, the last one is the spice. So it's still a mix of their 3 rye mash bills, but it's heavily favoring the 95% rye mash. Some people call that the MGP signature aroma, like that pickle juice aroma. I don't like to think of, I love pickles, but I don't like to think of it like that. To me, it's that rye grain mixed with like a rock candy sweetness to it. To me, these are very sweet, but they call it spice. Toasted oak, buttery caramel, clove, little nutmeg, white pepper towards the finish. This is a gorgeous whiskey. All of these are bottled at 100 proof, which is a fantastic proof if you want to make a Manhattan a little bit more proof than in like a normal release. But if you are a whiskey nerd and you are an Indiana loyalist and you really love digging into some of the MGP stuff that they release on their own. So Rossville Union is not a sourced brand. Rossville Union is an original brand from MGP that makes a bunch of whiskey for other people. So these are the Rossville Union whiskeys. These are very modern in their flavor profile, very spice and flavor forward. These are perfect for cocktails, but they're just fantastic also to sip. I think they tend with the spice to be, generally speaking, purveyors of like that candy sweetness, and I love it. I've always liked MGP rye whiskeys, and these are no exception, and it's really fun to taste things in that 49% malt flavor profile, and just all the different flavors that really one of the best distilleries in the world can accomplish. So there it is, the Rossville Union Rye Trio. Cheers.